from the land of Bara.
One thing I noticed about TikTok is that, like, basically the comment section, it's like a it's like a high school lobby, in the sense of the brutality of bullying is insane, dude. Like
Like
I was
what?
watching a video of this guy. Like he's not scrawny, right? He just has a slim physique. He's lifting not that heavy, but
Mhm.
he's going through a full sweaty workout. And people, all they can do is just blast his ass. Like, dude, you're small. What do you mean? He like captioned it something like, getting bigger slowly or something. And everyone's just like, dude, you're small as shit. Like all out. Like everyone, it's like a competition, but like
Wait, speaking of bullying, what's the worst form of bullying you've seen at a high school?
at a high school.
Yeah. I know of one story that I've heard,
Yeah.
and I will mention it, even though it is rated R.
For me, not nothing crazy. It was just more like, people got their lunch money stolen. That's about it.
That's it?
Yeah. I mean, I went to pretty decent high schools.
Yeah, but back in your day, it's like way more brutal, right?
Depends where
Weren't
you
you born
go.
in
Like
like
we hear about other schools for
weren't you
sure.
born in like 1950?
Yeah, but my parents like I mean, no, I was like 1994. Yeah. But anyway, no, that's not how it is at all. Like it's more like we hear about other schools, but that's it. Like there's nothing.
I'll tell you one story I heard from my high school.
Mhm.
And I don't even know if I want to mention the high school, but fucking look it up on Google. You'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
I mean, they're kind of interesting for the most part, but yeah.
But I was told, I was actually there this year. I was told the day of when it happened.
Mhm.
Two dudes got suspended by taking another person's In-N-Out hamburger, going into the bathroom,
What the hell are you talking about? All right, go.
masturbating,
No.
and coming onside, what the fuck? Inside the hamburger and then giving it to him to eat.
That's the most like
That is an atrocious form
that
of
is
bullying.
dude, that is so far from human behavior. Like I can't even. Oh my god.
I'm just
I
trying to.
apologize for anyone that had to hear that, but
That's why I said it's rated
it's
R.
real.
Yeah, it's
This
real.
happened.
It's real.
What happened to them? Did they get arrested?
They-
Anything?
I don't know if they got arrested. They got banned for sure from the school.
Dude, bro, if there was no lawsuit to that is actually stupid.
But I mean, if somebody is going to do that, it's going to be a high school kid. That's where the most fried thoughts come out.
Dude, I cannot fathom the idea of that. Like, like at most you'll think, someone pissed in it. Whatever.
No, not pit.
No. This is disgusting. This is absolute the farthest thing from human behavior I've ever
Well, is
heard
that
of
more
at the
disgusting?
moment.
Is that more disgusting than piss in your mind?
Doug?
I think it's both the same. It's just gross.
It's just gross, yes, but like, bro, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, dude, it's just so that is so wrong, dude. You cannot tell me there's not a difference between that wrong and this wrong.
I had to mention that story
Yeah.
because, like, listen,
It blew your mind.
the 2 a.m. podcast is proper, but we
Yes.
also have some degenerate territory.
Yeah, we do, and we've seen it.
Yeah,
That's the worst part. But I guess without that, we would have nothing to share, right?
Hope I freshened up your day with that.
Oh my god, that's yeah. I hope they deserve it, and I guess they get what they deserve. Whatever.
But outside of that, I've never seen like stereotypical bullying at a high school. Like where
yeah,
the
like
kid gets
like wedgies,
flipped over into the trash
purple
can.
nurples.
What's a purple nurple?
Freaking toilet bowl swirls. What are they called?
Is that where you dunk his head in
Yeah.
the toilet?
Like that typical kind of bullying, the Hollywood type of bullying, I guess.
That could kill somebody, dude. That's a safety hazard.
Mm-hmm. So I think bullying, like back in the day, was way harsher, for sure. Because when I was in high school, like, dude, we had drug checks every week. They were just like in the middle of class. Someone in a suit would walk in, and then a bunch of canines would walk in with a bunch of officers. They'd be like, "Get up, don't touch your backpacks, and just go towards that wall." We're like, "Okay." Once a week, dude.
Once a week.
Once a week for a while, and then it like stops for a little bit, and then it comes back. So I mean, things were a little bit
Looks
different.
like one of our students had 50 pounds of fentanyl in his
Oh yeah.
backpack.
Hmm. This is back when probably marijuana was still
Yeah,
illegal.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, when you think about it, dude, how young you were during those times, you cannot blame yourself for this stupidity
Of course
that
not.
had taken place, you know?
Back then, I was worried about like striking a conversation with a girl.
Yeah. And how are you going to get, 100% streak on Rock Band later or Guitar Hero, whatever you dabbled with?
Yeah, I don't know.
You
It's
know,
just it's.
our thoughts were simple.
I'm trying to go back to that time.
In what way? Thought process?
Yeah, like I
Flow?
want to understand how I thought. Definitely a lot more insecurities.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the process of thinking, though. I think it's what truly mattered at the time. And since you are more immature, things that matter are just mundane, dumb things that we think are dumb today,
Hmm.
maybe.
I know I spent a lot more time hating things
Hmm.
like school, homework, all that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, same, but I always appreciated school.
Hmm.
Like, I'm like, okay, people can take some things out of this. I'm just not that type of person. So let me just back out. I took what I can, and that's it. Once I
Yeah.
started getting into lab and like all this crap, I'm just like, nah,
What
dude,
was
that's
your GPA?
in what, like when? College
Let's say
or
like average of high school.
average of high school? Dude, I mean, like my first 2 years, probably around a 1.8, if I'm being completely honest. But then I had to step it up.
Out of necessity.
Yeah, I had to step it up, and yeah, it actually became I got lucky and I had really good teachers
Hmm.
that were friendly, right? So they would throw more parties than homework, which was down.
That's dope.
So, you know, and when it came down to like, quizzes and finals and exams and things, I remember it was like a blissful morning. It wasn't stressful
Hmm.
because they made it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, come in and show me what you got. I taught you over the course of a semester. Okay. So it's kind of like high school was a movie in a sense in some classes where it was just things were happening. And at the end of it all, we're going to test you.
Hmm.
But we taught you in a fun way, which was cool. Um,
I still have my report card.
yeah. But
One of my
after
report
that, I would
cards.
say probably like around 2.8, 2.7, something
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
like a 2.74 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I was, I guess, above average ish, but not really,
And I think the funniest part, because I was in soccer all 4 years, okay? So the funniest part about it was like freshman year when I was in PE.
Mhm.
Like physical education in high schools is an absolute joke.
Yeah. I remember.
I think the benchmark was to walk a mile
Yeah.
in
And
like
under
15 minutes.
Yeah, under 13 minutes, you were, like, great. You were
Mhm.
excellent. You were exceeding limits. What? I'm sorry, dude, a
So
mile?
ridiculous.
So, but here's the thing, I remember it not being that hard. I remember school not being that hard, and it's not like, my GPA was lower than most people recommended,
Mhm.
you know, because of work. I did the work. That was never the issue, but I recognized my own patterns where I'm like, I will always do the work no matter how long it takes.
Yeah.
But for me to apply information, it would have to be like on hand. Like I have to be doing something. It has to matter to what I'm doing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once I started figuring that out, I'm just like, dude, maybe I just need to work. Like screw school. That's what I did, dude. Like,
It's usually the best option.
yeah, work day and night. And then you forget you're working almost. You
Mhm.
right. Um, So I do what I like. So it was kind of different. Like at night, I would do what I like, and then during the day, I would just make income. And then I grew that.
Mhm.
Once I grew that, then I just let go of that. Then I saw the people's comfort in their eyes, just like envying me. But at the same time, they're envying me because they're stuck in like retail positions or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was never hard. You just kind of solve who you are for a second.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't think there's anything wrong with not doing school, but as long as you tried it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't gone the college route. I've just
Yeah,
done high
you
school.
cannot watch a TikTok of some successful dude that has billions of dollars, and then he's like, "You don't need school." Well, chances are he went to school,
Mhm.
right? And he's saying he doesn't recommend it, right? it doesn't mean like you just go in blindly and be like, take this guy's advice and then not do it at all. No, like try it out. You know, you might learn a few things. Maybe you don't know how to talk to people, for example.
Mhm.
That will benefit you. Will it not?
Have we spoken about degrees?
Uh, like like bachelor's and master's degrees and
Like
academic.
the value of degrees?
We have a little bit, like it's been mentioned, but we haven't actually had a full talk about it.
Hmm.
Like,
It's just because I mean, I had a conversation with my uncle yesterday,
mhm,
and a lot of the older generation just don't understand when it comes to like social media, online marketing,
mhm,
um, providing a valuable service to the online marketplace. They just don't get it.
yeah,
So it's like they'll look at you in a certain position at your age and they'll be like, "Oh, you're not doing well." I'm like, "Why? Just because I don't have a bachelor's degree or a fucking
yeah,
master's?"
yeah. It's like a trigger word. Like
Mhm.
they're like, "Wow, great, you have a business. Oh wow, you make money. Nice. Yeah, I can see that. I can tell you have a nice
Mhm.
car, nice clothes. Cool." They'd be like, "All right, yeah. So where'd you go to school? Oh, I didn't go to school." And it's just like, bing, like this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, I
What?
don't know.
Yeah. See, they will never understand that. I don't think they will ever understand that
Mhm.
unless someone has shifted, for example, like at that age, their business into modern day standards, right? So they have social medias and they have all this stuff and they get to see the numbers coming in,
Yeah.
then it's different. They'll understand. But people that are just like trapped in this small family owned business their entire life, right? And that's kind of what they do. It's harder for them to see that because they don't see
Mhm.
it in action, right? They just look at it as
Mhm.
very dumb and they have their own biased, like somehow generated opinion about it. And they just stick with it like religiously.
Like, dude, a great example is
Yeah.
I brought up my coaching with the whole like nutrition, sleep, all the general health stuff, and
Mhm.
he just didn't understand. He's like, "No, no, you need a certification or a degree to make money with that." I'm like, "Dude, I've been paid for this. I have helped people.
Yeah.
Like, money is in my pocket.
Yeah.
Do you not understand?
Yeah. Do you not
Is it
understand?
that
Do you
difficult to
not
get
understand that I am
across?"
alive and I bought this jacket last week? Now, I don't know what you're trying to say here, but yeah, it's kind of like and the thing is, dude, the people that I see worrying so much are the people that work for others. Like, why are they so not sure? You know, if anything, the people that shouldn't be sure all the time are the people that own businesses because you'll never know what happens,
Mm.
right?
Different personalities. It's
Different
just yeah.
personalities. So it goes to show you the like resilience levels
Mhm.
that you need in order to, you know, take on a role
Yeah.
like being an entrepreneur or handling just one business, man.
But it's different types of resilience.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to sit at a if I were to get a job at Best Buy,
Mhm.
stand there for 9 hours and try to, like, upsell somebody
Yeah.
on a phone or something, I would fucking jab my eyes out with a knife or a pair of scissors. Like, I just can't stand it.
Yeah.
Some people may call that weak. I don't consider it weak because I'm able to tolerate other forms of resilience when it comes to my own thing.
Mhm. That's true. I
Not
mean, I
hating on
I
the 9
mean,
to
yeah, no,
5.
I get it, but like I take pride. For example, me as a person, I take pride in like not knowing something so I can exceed better. So it could
Mhm.
be a little bit at least above average
Yeah.
so that I know what I'm dealing with, you know?
Mhm.
So like you said patience, for example. You cannot just tolerate just standing around, right? You need to be doing something. Otherwise, you're gonna feel the 9 hours stretch out into 3 days.
Mhm.
Um, I'm the opposite. Like I, for some reason, just developed a skill into making time shorter almost. So like in my mind, I'll create like either games or something to do if
Mhm.
I actually have nothing to do, and I'll treat it like it's a work progress,
No,
like
I remember
process.
those long ass target shifts that you
Yeah,
had for sure.
you know what I mean. So it's kind of like just handle it. Like you just be like, man, I'm a warrior, no matter what it is. When it comes to time, spending
Mhm.
time, taking time, patience,
I'm a warrior.
giving, whatever it is. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not so much stoic. It's more like, hey, I'll give you some emotion, you know,
Just a little bit.
but it's probably gonna be through the eyes, not really the cheeks.
You won't get any facial expression besides the eyes.
Yeah. And that leads me to I don't know why, but it's been on my mind so much.
Mhm.
It's like treat people, dude. Treat people exactly the same way, whether they're a woman, whether they're gay.
Yeah.
a man, a child, a mother, a
Mhm.
grandmother, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Just whatever age group or type, treat everyone the same. And I've been using this as a practice
Mhm.
rather than giving people special, um, special attention or whatever. Uh, and test it and see how if your quality of life like changes in any sort of way. Does it rise or
Mhm.
does it, decrease? And
I think it
lately,
rises in
it
general.
rises, dude. It rises. It's almost like you feel like you are the centerpiece of your board
Mm.
more and more, right? So we talk about control a lot and it's like, steer the wheel and all that stuff. But now it's kind of like you are the centerpiece and everyone around you just fits in.
Mhm.
Just fits in and you can wherever you move, they'll pave the way for it almost.
You're detached from it.
Yeah. You're detached from it. And it's almost like you turn the emotion into logic.
But it's not like robotic.
It's not
A lot of
robotic.
people are gonna think it's
No, no.
robotic, like.
You turn the emotion into logic. So then when you visit it, logically speaking,
Mhm.
when you think about it, you have the choice of attaching that emotion to it. So all you're doing is you're actually just you took off the option of emotion for a
Yeah.
second,
You know what I
which
think
is
that's really
down.
valuable actually? Obviously, the whole, like, when dealing with women as a man, I think that's extremely valuable.
Mhm.
But also if you're around other powerful men who have acquired wealth, status, power. Usually a lot of people who approach, like, if they're ever in within one of those circles, they put everybody else on a pedestal because they have a lot of money, they have a nice car or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you approach it, like, in the perspective that you're speaking about, I think they're going to respect you more because they understand, like, "Oh, this is just an authentic
Yeah.
man."
And I find it easier actually with that practice to shut up.
Yeah.
You really just like without trying, your thinking is much less now.
We like to shut up in those
Yeah.
circumstances.
So you'd be like, You know what? Let me listen,
Mhm.
actually. Even if it's incorrect, let me just fully listen to it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but before, if you're just doing everything subconsciously, you find yourself saying things where you're like, damn it, I should have just like stopped right there,
Mhm.
for example. Um, yeah, I don't know. Strategic.
Yeah. Especially, because we have a podcast, we like to talk. I mean, we talk a lot of shit, but
Hmm.
when we are in those circles, we understand that, listen, you're dealing with people who have a lot more experience than you, so it's time to shut up, time to start listening.
Hmm. It's very true. No, and sometimes it's just, instead of, you deal with incompetent people all the time, right? So in your mind, you're like, we're the same age. We should both be understanding.
Mhm.
But they could be so emotional about something that they just turn into a child,
Yeah.
right? Starts arguing. And you're like, well, I didn't mean for this to be an argument, but if you want to argue, let's go at it, buddy.
Mhm.
And now I'm saying literally, you shut up. You're just like, dude, it's not even worth my time,
No,
right?
not at all.
Because me choosing to spend this time is my time off. So I'm not going to do that.
Mhm.
Dude, I'm in my own happy place today. Like, that becomes easier. 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
I don't
So
know, we're just going, like, free, like, top of mind subjects
yeah,
and
and
just seeing where it
it's
goes.
honestly interesting
It is interesting because
because
you don't know where it's gonna go.
yeah, I mean, like since we don't kick it as much anymore,
Mhm.
it's kind of like this is us hanging out,
This is the kick it
the
time.
original roots of the pod, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it's
What else actually, no, you sent me a video earlier, a pretty funny video.
oh,
What was that about?
about the child that the 4-year-old child that had
Yeah.
apparently the option of exploring genders this morning.
Mhm.
Um, so the parent, which is obviously in control of this situation,
Yeah.
was on a newscasting show. It's kind of like a morning show,
Mhm.
and I forgot the British guy's names, but the
Morgan
anchor,
Pierce Morgan? Morgan Pierce? What the fuck is his name?
I think Pierce Morgan.
Something like that.
Anyway, it's either Pierce Morgan or Morgan Pierce, but
Wait, wait, wait. Morgan Mears.
Morgan Mears. We'll
That's his
call him
name.
that. We'll call him that. Um, yeah, he's interviewing this lady that wanted to come on and say that children should have the option of choosing what gender they want to dabble in or what they believe they are and stuff like that
Yeah.
as early as 3 or 4.
Mhm.
Okay, so what do we know about 3 or 4 year olds?
They don't know shit about the world.
Exactly. They don't know who they are. They don't know anything. They barely know what index finger is.
Do they even have a
I don't.
concept of ego? Like, do they build in
Yeah, in a sense, with other children, I can see that.
okay, yeah.
You
I'm
know,
not around a lot of
siblings.
3 or 4 year
Yeah,
olds, so
yeah, siblings, stuff like that. I can see that. Um, but yeah, but like that's already no. That makes no sense. Okay,
mhm.
so she was saying that they have the option and they are willingly doing it and they want to do it and like all this stuff. And then that's when what's it? Mears Porgan. What is it?
Your sport, yeah. We'll just change up the
Yeah,
name, it's funny.
Porgan Mears. He decided to ask the question. Well, aren't you in control? Aren't you deciding for this girl to be this, and
Because
that?
obviously she's not, the
Yeah, and
baby's
she's like,
not.
"Well, uh, 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 uh," and yeah, it was like basically the of
Oh,
of shame, of disappointment, of dead end,
yeah.
and kind of funny to watch.
Because she knows she's wrong, dude, it's just a projection upon her child of
Yeah,
what she believes.
and yet my thoughts are still, why does it matter?
Like, you can't tell me a 3 or 4-year-old is I mean, like M Porgan Mears said I'm just fucking trying to think of the name now. Anyways, what he said is that as a kid, when you're 3 or 4 years old, you're focused on, like, eating your next bowl of Cheerios or watching your favorite TV show,
Yeah,
cartoon show. You're not thinking about, "Oh, what gender do I associate myself with? What pronouns am I gonna use
yeah, dude,
today?"
you're not deep thinking yet,
Like,
man.
what?
That makes no sense. Like you're not organizing thoughts.
Mhm.
Your thoughts are mere images. Like that's kind of what it is
Yeah.
at that age, from what I remember at least, right? Because I was once 3 or 4 or 5 and so on.
You're not that far from Google Gaga,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Dude, you actually round down at that point. Like you don't round up. So that's a huge issue because it's like me-
Round down?
yeah.
I've never heard of that. That's funny.
You're welcome. But yeah, basically, no. Just no.
And I'm sure based off of previous episodes,
Okay.
everyone knows where
You
we
know, if
stand with
my
that.
child ever goes, "Goo goo gaga, goo gaga," I'm a wolf. Nah, dude. Like, no.
You can pretend
That
you're a
makes
wolf for a limited amount of time, but
it's
that's
like
it.
then I'll be like, all right, I believe this. But I know that children do not have that capability,
Mhm.
right? They barely know what they want when you hand them a kid's menu. They
Yeah,
can't even read.
yeah.
Like, just stop. And I just see it going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Why do you need them to have the option?
Yeah.
That's what 18 is for.
Let alone having a 3 or 4-year-old child or even a 10-year-old child making the decision of going through a sex change.
Yeah.
That's the shit I see that really annoys me,
Yeah.
really pisses me off.
So, I mean, I feel like after vaccines, people are just going to be like, we're going to start controlling marriages and children too.
Yeah.
Be like, you have to go through a test. So, find out you're a good parent because we don't want any imbeciles. Like,
We don't want any imbeciles.
imbeciles, good stuff. But yeah, so that was interesting. It was quite funny, I thought.
Mhm. It was a really funny meme.
Yeah. Porgan
The dude
Mears.
in the
Yeah.
background, what was he doing? He was just, like, making, like, faces
Yeah.
and
He's like,
I
yeah, I
don't
don't know
know.
what he's
It's
doing.
just TikTok stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, she got owned, which was great. We needed that to happen.
Mhm.
And yeah.
What else is on
Also,
your mind?
Kanye, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on with Kanye, but
About what
did you
specifically?
not see his posts on Instagram?
No, I
He's
don't follow
posting
him.
text messages of Kim Kardashian. Yeah, pull him up. You'll be surprised.
He just sends her a text.
But he was trying to
Close
get
on Sunday.
he's trying to get Kim's number apparently
What?
because she was pulling away the kids from him. That was kind of like the whole story.
Did he delete them?
Probably.
I don't see
Yep, they're
them
gone.
here.
Yeah, they're gone. Um, but
Dude's
yeah,
different, man. He's just
everyone's
weird.
talking about how it's Kanye's a maniac and he's psychotic. So people are like, he's not a maniac. People are painting him to be, and he just cares about the kids. People are like, dude, this is all show. Like Kim's in on it too. Like all this stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, people were getting emotional about it yesterday.
I would like him to step away from mentioning the divorce in a really weird manner on his, like, songs.
Yep.
Like I want to go back to the old Kanye.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a big believer in these things are personal as hell, and
Yeah.
he, the source, made it public too. Like he's helping out with. I don't know, and
Well, do you even have a choice at that level of fame?
of course you do. Like some things, like dude, he's posting personal texts. Like think about that.
He has a choice there.
Yeah, but for other stuff, it's kind of like it's on the air. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
we heard, we heard. There's no like actual true source that was sitting right next to him. That makes no sense to
Yeah.
me. Um, but yeah, everyone was getting all emotional yesterday. I didn't see what the fuss was about, but I asked around,
Hmm.
and people were like, "Yeah, man. Like, I mean, we take this in the sense of like this is mental health getting destroyed in front of us, and we're choosing to make fun of it and doing all this stuff." So I do get that point. You know, I choose not to care about it. That's the only thing. It's just kind of
Hmm.
like it's mainstream media to me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about like people
Don't
make it seem like it's like first world problem, like right now problems. We need to figure this out
like you
as
said,
a nation.
mainstream media, man. I mean, but yeah, don't post fucking texts, personal texts when it comes to something like that, or
Yeah,
anything for that matter.
yeah. I mean, I thought they were quite funny, to be honest,
What did he say
because
specifically?
there was something about like give me Kim's number, and he was texting. I forgot who, to be honest.
Hmm.
But anyway, it was a chick, and she was like, "I'm sorry, but she doesn't want me to hand it to you." Blah blah blah. Right? And she's like, "Oh," and then someone's asking about Yeezys. And then he responds with, "Don't talk to me about Yeezys right now." So, like, I thought that was hilarious, right?
Dude, I do have to bring this up from Kanye. I think this is like one of the best things he's ever mentioned.
Which is
Um,
this like a
hold on.
picture?
He posted a picture. Okay, here we go. I found it on Twitter. He originally posted it on Instagram.
Mhm.
It says, "My focus is on building real products in the real world, real food, real clothes, real shelter. Do not ask me to do a fucking NFT. Signed, Yay. Ask me later."
Damn.
Which I respect. I respect. He's trying to build something in the real world, something
Yeah,
tangible.
yeah. That's down. See, we need to have him on the pod, dude. That's for sure.
Yeah, Kanye West.
Kanye West, if you're listening to this,
Come on the pod, please.
please,
We'll bring you over
we'll take care of you
to the stew.
100%. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. And on the big 130, guys, the 2 a.m. podcast, 130th episode.
Yeah.
Ah, I
We're
can't
gonna
can't wait for
actually
the next ones to come out. Huh?
let's have want to do a Q&A next time. Next episode.
Q&A? Yeah, we
Yeah.
could do a Q&A. I'm down.
Post a story, ask questions on Instagram,
All
Twitter.
right. If you're listening to this Q&A for the next episode, so stay tuned and follow us on Instagram on the 2 a.m. podcast for updates. Yes, sir. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts, and all major streaming platforms. Go ahead and follow us there. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify, and we might give you a chance to be posted on our website. So stay tuned for more. We'll see you guys next time.